Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead of them and their companies. I'm your host, Olivia Salmons, and in each episode we'll uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today I'm excited to be joined by Jessie Cox, coach, mentor, and co-founder of Cox, a brand dedicated to helping individuals break free from limiting patterns and create meaningful, lasting change in their lives. Jessie's work focuses on personal responsibility, self-awareness, and growth from the inside out, supporting people who are ready to stop repeating the same cycles and start showing up with clarity, confidence, and intentions. Jessie, welcome to Founders Future. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here, and it's such a pleasure. So, with all of my guests, I do actually like to start at the beginning of their journey. So, if you don't mind taking me back to what it was you was doing before you started up Cox, and then from there, what was the motivation behind it?
Yeah, I was in the business world, entrepreneur, like in the corporate world for a very long time, and then had children, as many of us do, and I became a stay-at-home mom. And when I decided to go back into the corporate working world, it had moved on without me.
Yeah.
So I started doing vision board workshops and it was really exciting. But what I noticed is a lot of the people that were doing vision board workshops had like ideas of wanting to start their own business or their own, start something new. And so slowly I started coaching, and then I took and invested into some coaching programs. And eventually one of those coaching programs, I ended up being a coach for them. Uh,
Amazing.
but what I found was in these programs, and I spent a large amount of money on this program, which also included a Facebook group and other areas where you can catch up with other members and the coaches that were there. What I noticed was it was dark. Like people would ask questions and nobody would answer. And it was like simple things of the process. So it was like, I don't know if my story's right. I don't know if I did this correct. And then no one was answering. And I started thinking like this could really stop people in their process of beginning to do anything. So it's imagine if you're trying to do something, you're super excited, but then you can't get past one thing and you're not getting any help from anyone. So I started answering all the questions. And then I reached out to a friend of mine who is also a coach and said, there's a real problem here where people are investing in programs, they're taking all the steps, they're doing the things, but they're getting stuck. And I feel like there's a real space for us to come in and not just coach and send them on their way, but do it for them, be there with them and
Yeah.
walk them through the process. So that's how Cox came along. My partner back then is Sherry Starr. I am Jessie Cox. Yes, it sounds like a porno. It is not. But yeah, that's how Cox was born, was the need to just answer a lot of questions for
Yeah.
people and get them going.
I love that. So really, as you say, highlighting something that was not so great in your own coaching experience, having been part of that group and just not, that's really not a good thing. That's not a coaching thing to obviously have people part of that and not answering it and not helping them out on the way. Because as you say, it does halt them in their productivity. You don't know what level people are at. So I love that. So let's dive into Starcox a little bit more then. So walk me through then. At this point, like who would you say is your ideal client? Who do you love to work with every day? And then from there, how is it you help them and how do you support them?
Yeah, I have a wide range of clients. It's interesting, but I'd say usually it's in that space where they've identified what they want to do. They know for the most part who they want to serve and help. So I do work with a lot of coaches and they're just in that space where they're just not quite sure how to get themselves out there or what steps to take. So my ideal client are coaches getting started. And really I find a lot of people that are transitioning. So they're coming out of corporate worlds, they're coming out of doing something for years, and then, like me, seeing, oh, wait, my expertise is pretty cool here. I think I can share it with other people.
Yeah. I like that, and it is such a big jump as well from from corporate world into that coaching world into the online space. It's a very different kettle of fish. Like I know you have a lot of transferable skills, but there is a little bit of a mindset shift that has to work in your favor, right? Is that one of the things you help people with, jumping from that one to the other as well?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest mindset shifts is that it's your business, that
Yeah.
it's your business and you get to make the choices. So one of the things I run into a lot is as we're working with someone is they're like, I'm supposed to do this, or I should do this, or I have to do this. And I'm always like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you have to do that? It's your business. You can do it or not do it. So I think that's the biggest mindset is just shifting into it's your business. You're the business owner. You make the decisions.
Mm,
Be confident in the decisions that you're making and create the business that you love.
I love that. And yeah, as you say, you have the freedom to do what you want. It's just obviously with freedom, sometimes people get scared because they're like, can I do the wrong thing? Am I doing the right thing? But there is no wrong and right when you have full control of it, like in any situation. So I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that I love to share with people, and I share this with every single one of my clients, is like my stuck method, right? It's if you're stuck in frustration. So if you're doing something and you get stuck in frustration, so it's taking you more than 20 minutes and you're like, I can't figure it out. I don't know what to do. Oh, then to say out loud, I'm stuck and stop what you're doing. And I think it's funny because I have a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old, both boys. And whenever I've been doing this now since they were very young. And so whenever I say I'm stuck, one of them or both of them will come in and be like, what's up, mom? What are you stuck in? And
Yeah.
I say it out loud. And sometimes just saying it out loud, you end up figuring it out because you're saying it out loud. But also, it allows you to do something that's super important, which is to ask for help.
Yes. That's so true. And not a lot of people again are scared to ask for help. It's one of those things is I don't need the help, I don't want the help, but asking for help, that first step to moving forward. And so then Jessie, what is it like to work with you? So is this on like a one-to-one level or is there a group kind of situation happening as well? What is it like to onboard with you as a
Yeah.
client?
It's a one-on-one situation. I really work where they are at. Some need a lot of support in the beginning and they want once a week we get together and we do it. There's others that are like, can you just set everything up, tell me how it works, and then I'll come in. And then there's others that just need free check-ins once a month and that's it.
Mm,
So they always get on with me. They always have touch points. I have Voxer, which I don't know if you know what Voxer is, but it's almost like a walkie-talkie text
yeah.
message thing so they can always reach out. I try to be available to all my clients when they need it. So I say within 24 hours I'll get to them and I still hear from ones that I don't even coach anymore who will just be like, "Can I just ask a question on here?
Love
You're
that.
still on here. I'd love to know." And I'm like,
I love that. I think that shows like such good trust from your part as well that people are still reaching out to you even if they're not clients anymore. And amazing that they have that support the whole way through their journey. So I'm also curious then to find out how you go about acquiring your customers. So like in terms of channels or methods, like where are you finding most effective in finding that right person to work with?
yeah, so I multiple ways. In the beginning, I with my business partner, we did summits. We did one in 2021 and one in 2022. And that really was a huge catalyst for setting us up in the world and becoming experts. And so still I have people that reach out and say, I went to your summit or I wanted to go to your summit or like that. I get a lot of referrals as well. So I think that says a lot when I'm getting referrals from past clients who are just like, you need to work with this person. And I also believe strongly in story and messaging. So I'm able to talk about what I do freely. So I always say I find my clients in a hot tub, in a grocery store, in at a party. And then when I have a new product or a new something like the I'm stuck method, I will actually put a little money behind it and do some Facebook ads with the base that I already have. So I know my people, I know my avatar,
Yes.
they're all the people from the summit. So my Facebook ads are already running to the people that I
Good.
need to reach.
That's so important when you're running ads is that you know exactly like the avatar that you're looking out to reach and making sure the messaging is actually hitting them. But good old fashioned networking is always a great way forward and great that you've had a lot of referrals coming in at the start of that as well because as you say like it just shows a lot it shows a lot that people want to work with you, they want to recommend you. It's so much that know and trust factor and that it's just so secure with them. And then as you look to grow and stuff, will you be looking to maybe increase maybe your social media outreach and stuff like that? Like what is your plan moving forward in terms of keeping that consistency and lead flow?
Yeah, I'm now getting into the AI space, which
Okay.
many of us are not, right? I'm just onboarded Marblism, which I don't know if you know what that is. It's AI staff. So I have a receptionist, a social media person, a blogger, a legal team. So I'm checking that method out
Nice.
and really using AI to help me get more of my message out there.
And also, it sounds like as well, like helping juggling those many hats as well that you have to wear as a founder. I know you have a co-founder on board, but between you having those automations and, as you say, people covering, just helping out with the content, cutting, editing, whatever it may be, just
Yes.
leaves another hour for yourself to do something that's really important and vital that you work on.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. I think time is everything. It's you have to really value your time and know where it's going. And so I'm excited to see how this goes. It's still fresh, but I'm having fun with it.
That's
Onboarding
nice.
my AI staff.
Have you had staff in the before, have you had staff in the past? Have you finding it a different approach or a different method coming through?
Yes, it is different. Yes, I have staff and I've had staff. It is interesting because a lot of the people we brought on were still also looking to do their own thing. So it was
Yeah,
really great to see them move on to do
nice.
their own thing. Again, we still have great relationships and we help each other out any which way. But yeah, I got to say onboarding AI is definitely different than onboarding a real person.
I imagine it has its ups and downs in different ways as well.
Yeah.
So always a good thing to come from something new. And then, Jesse, so what are your plans moving forward then? So like in terms of scaling the business, do you have an end goal or a vision in mind coming up for the next 12 months or so?
Yeah, my vision is always that I want to create an empire, is what I say. My next step is really getting really granular with exactly how I want to serve. I feel
Mm,
like I've been serving a very wide range of people. Right now, a lot of my clients are lawyers, which I
okay.
find very interesting. And so I've been really enjoying that space, and I think I'm going to keep getting better with that, knowing more about that legal space. And just going to keep on doing what I'm doing and see. I've been fortunate with my growth and I've been fortunate with the things that have happened. So I think it's just intention and feeling good about all the things that I'm doing.
I love that. And have you got like a specific goal or a specific target that you're working towards, like a number of people you're looking to help or something in the next, say, coming up? Can you hear me?
Oh, it started with I was gonna say like I can probably manage 50 through the year, but now I'm at about 70 something clients. I think at some point I want to just become known as the coach in the coaching world. And I think that's my goal now is to find a way
Yeah.
to reach more people without so much as the one-on-one coaching, but going back into creating programs and content that people really need, not just that I want to put out, just throw something
Yeah.
out there because I feel like that's a lot of, hey, go to Canva, use ChatGPT, make something and then throw it out there. I really want to be intentional with how I'm doing. So as far as people, I don't know, I want to hit the masses, like message to millions type of thing. And so I think right now, it's the end of the year. So this is the time that we get to reflect. And I will do my vision board for
I love that.
2026. And it's a very sacred, awesome ritual that I do each year. And I think that's going to really tell me where I'm going for 2026.
I love that a lot. I do a vision board every year with my mum, funny enough, but I've actually got mine for last year sat right next to my computer screen. I think they're amazing. I genuinely do. And the fact that you started off the conversation, obviously, with saying that's what you got into it was really cool. So, like, where are you finding the biggest challenge for yourself then, Jesse, in like taking that next step, achieving the empire eventually? I'm just 100% certain of that. But what is that biggest challenge just before we get to the empire?
I think all the new technology and all the new things that are coming out,
Yeah.
I tend to squirrel. I love learning. I love consuming information. I like to say, and this is one of the things that's great is when I have new clients and I'm working with them, it's like different platforms and different technology that I'm working on. And so I like to say that sometimes I feel like I'm in the matrix or I'm like, okay, download how to fly helicopter. That's where I am right now. One of the challenges that I don't want to get my hands into too many things. It's one of the things I tell my clients, have a squirrel list of things that like you're like, oh, that's interesting. I want to do that. Oh, that's interesting. So my biggest challenge is not to squirrel as
Yeah.
much in the area of wanting to learn more and get better at what I'm doing.
Yeah, I love it. So really, as you say, like picking one task, moving, and then on to the next one, and then on to the next one. We're not screwing around. Love it. And Jessie, I have one final question to ask you before we log out. So if you could go back in time to a younger self, maybe at the start of your own entrepreneurship journey, and you could only leave yourself with one piece of advice moving forward, something you know now, but that you didn't know, what would
Mhm.
you say to yourself?
Hire people that know more than you.
I like it. It's very true. Learn from the people around you,
Yep.
which is really cool. And Jessie, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing your incredible journey and insight with us. Where can our listeners reach out to work with you or connect with you if they would like to do?
You can find me on Instagram at I am Jessie Cox. At I am Jessie Cox, or you can go to Star Cox with two R's, STARRCOX.com, and check out the site and book a call.
Awesome. There we go. Starcox double R and .com, right?
Yes.
Perfect. And thank you again for joining us. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to go and check out Jessie and all the amazing work that she's doing at starcox.com. And do not forget to subscribe to Founders Future by wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with one of our team and discover how we went from zero to $30 million per year in less than 3 years. But until then, keep on climbing, and we will see you on the next one.